Okay.
Speaking of social justice and injustices and the politics of it all, the NFL has officially given out most of what they're going to be doing this season because they're joining up with the NBA with their social justice messaging. The first bit of it I thought was very interesting. So similar to NBA having Black Lives Matter on the court, the NFL is going to do a message on the back end zone, not in the end zone, but the out of bounds behind. They're going to have, I think it might be there or it could be on the sideline, but I just know that in the end zones, there will be messaging on one end that says, "It takes all of us," and on the other one, it'll say, "End racism." And as far as I know, that's all 32. They all agreed on that.
That's awesome.
Yeah, which I'm a little surprised that all 32 actually agreed, but it's also
times are changing.
Yeah, it's good, and you're seeing the Packers owner came out and said, like, it's time that we start addressing this stuff and start talking about this stuff.
I always forget that Green Bay's in Wisconsin.
Well, technically, he isn't the Packers owner. We're all the Packers
CEO.
owners. Yeah, the public.
Yeah. They don't
so
have an owner. Stockholders.
Another change is the NFLPA approved some new warm-up shirts designed by Michael Thomas that will read, "Injustice against one of us is injustice against all of us" on the front, and on the back it says "End racism," which I wonder if you could buy those.
I don't know.
Because I would buy that shirt. That's a cool shirt. I want to get the Kawhi Leonard shirt that says "All lives can't matter until Black lives do." I thought that was that's a really cool shirt. And the player, now this is kind of vague. I don't know if they're meaning like what the NBA is doing with the back of their jerseys, or if because they did mention helmet decals back in July. So they're a little bit more vague about this, but players will be allowed to wear a victim's name of a police shooting, or they can choose between 4 approved phrases from the league: "Stop hate," "It takes all of us," "End racism," or "Black Lives Matter." And coaches and officials can wear them as well.
Awesome.
Yeah, this is all. I think these are all good changes. I think
it will be interesting to see how they do that, because unless the NFL's rules are a little different than the NBA, but the NBA's looks like from how they've ended up doing all their jerseys that your last name had to be on the jersey. That's why they switched it from, because of the first couple of games they had just their slogans that they had chosen, and then nothing underneath their numbers.
Yeah.
And then the players that had nothing had their names underneath.
Yep.
But then now everyone has their last name at the bottom, and then their slogan at the top if they have one. And I wonder if that had something to do with how the rules of the NBA before.
So you can see the person. Identify the person.
A rule that you have to have a last name on your jersey.
Yeah.
I think it's probably similar in the
I'm
NFL.
wondering if the NFL will be the same way and how they would go about that, because their jersey, obviously with the pads and everything, it'll be a little bit different.
Well, yeah,
than basketball jerseys.
And that's why I think it'll be a sticker on the helmet.
It would look weird
or it
on
could
the
be a patch.
Yeah, it would look weird on the back of a NFL jersey with pads on to have like a slogan, numbers, and then a last name.
It works, but it works better on a basketball
NBA.
jersey.
Yeah, it does. It works somehow in the NBA like that, but I think it would look really weird. It would look like a big eye.
From the picture that I've seen, when they were first talking about it, somebody talked about on the bottom of the white of the helmet, on the bottom of the back, where it usually has like Panthers or Buccaneers or something on there. Instead of that, it would say, Breonna Taylor or George Floyd or something like that. Which I could see that, or I imagine like a BLM sticker.
That also seems a little bit too small to me.
Yeah.
To be a very...
Yeah, the only way you're going to see that is...
What they would want. Yeah, and they
wouldn't
be able to see that very well.
In a replay, yeah.
So...
Well, it's a little bit harder to do that messaging on a football jersey versus a basketball jersey, I think, because like we were saying, I think it looks better on a basketball jersey.
I'm just trying to imagine on a football jersey with pads on, it would just...
Well, that's why I'm imagining it would be
what a design faux pas. I'd never wear that in Paris.
Maybe they won't need last names, and it'll be fine. But
yeah.
I don't know how that works out.
I could, but I wouldn't. I think would be better instead of like the plate on there. I think a sticker would work just fine, like a BLM sticker, or one of the other phrases, because that's usually what they do with. When they did with the commissioner that died before.
Well,
Goodell.
they've had like patches. I was thinking about maybe like if they had like the name or slogan above their numbers on the front and then their own name above the numbers on the back, but that would look weird too.
Well, I'm imagining like a patch at some point somewhere.
You're imagining something else.
Well, maybe. I'm just imagining. I'm trying to help you out, NFL. Yeah. So we're gonna hear the same people that we heard say that they don't want to watch the NBA 7 times in a year. They'll say that, and we'll be like, "Well, one time should be enough. You don't need to remind me that you don't want to watch this."
Yeah, it's because they keep watching.
Right, exactly, and that's exactly what's going to happen with the NFL, with the end racism, and it's all of it takes all of us kind of thing. Like, not my sports, and it's like 70% of this league is black.
More than that, probably.
Yeah, probably more now, and yeah. But all of this is good. I think this is a good start. They also mentioned that each week the NFL will feature a story of a victim of social or racial injustice or police brutality and tell that person's story, quote, in and around, end quote, the games. Bold strategy.
Interesting. That's interesting, yeah.
I feel like, and I think it's well-intentioned, but I'm going to make a fun little joke here. I think the NFL saw what the NBA did and saw everything they've done. They're like, well, crap, how do we top them? How do we be better? Oh, I got it. We're going to show. The problem is that's some graphic material to be putting into a football game. And a lot of, football, for the most part, is a family thing. So you're going to have to put a serious disclaimer or content warning or find some way to talk about it.
Maybe the best way to end all of this is to teach kids from a young age how horrible it is.
There is that aspect. There is that idea of not shying away from it and showing the brutality.
Hey, this is Emmett Till. He was lynched for whistling at a white woman. Yeah, he was 14.
You know what's really sad? Is there are so many names. Like, I saw the mock-up of it, and I saw a sticker with a name on it, and I saw Ahmaud Arbery. I'm like, wow. That happened this year. Wow, that happened a year ago.
It happens so often that it's hard to remember all of them. I mean,
so what I'm saying is, it's good that they highlight this, and it's good that they show about this.
Yeah, I'm all for
it. My only worry of it is it might turn some people off if the kids are watching the games, but I'm sure they'll figure something out. Yeah. They'll find a way to do it. Maybe not show the acts of the violence. Maybe explain it. I don't know how they'd have to work around the FCC and all that and to make parents happy and everybody okay with it.
Yeah, because that's important.
Well, I mean, you don't want to... It could do some damage to a child.
You don't want to alienate your... Well, yeah, of course.
So you don't want a kid to see it.
Yeah, but that's...
It's part of learning about it, I guess. Yeah.
It's important.
Sometimes you can't have kid gloves when it comes to such serious... horrible things, especially if it's a minority watching it, like exactly. a black kid.
They have to learn about it. Unfortunately, they have to learn about it not on the TV.
Yeah.
So it's okay if your kid. It is okay if your kid sees it on the TV.
Yeah.
All
for it.
I think this is a good move by the NFL. I think that I love how sports are unaffected by the annoying people that say, keep it out of my sports. I love that the NFL is going through with this and all this is happening. So I'm very, very happy that this happens. It's really, I feel like that it takes all of us as a really good message to have. And racism, I think is, I don't know. I don't know how I feel about that slogan because we're never going to end racism. It's always going to happen. But it takes all of us. Black Lives Matter. I like those slogans, and I think that's really good to have them. I also love the fact that they took a player's idea and created a new warm-up shirt and a new way to show the message by, contacting the NFLPA. So, good stuff. Good job, NFL.
Thumbs up.
Make it easier to watch your games, though. Like I don't want to have to pay for whatever. Point is,
Sunday ticket.
You're not off the hook, NFL. We'll get to you later.